It's music.
So, did Foundation just drop one of its best episodes yet? Because after watching Season 3 Episode 3, it feels like the chessboard has officially been flipped. The Mule is getting bolder, Demerzel might be hiding a secret agenda, and Dawn is walking a tightrope between duty and rebellion. Gaal's making power plays, Day is planning his escape, and yeah, Calgon just became the most dangerous planet in the galaxy. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host Spoiler Master. This episode isn't just about big reveals, it's about subtle manipulations, twisted loyalties, and some seriously dark power moves. Whether you're here for the rise of the Mule, the fall of the Cleons, or Demerzel's mysterious next move, you're in the right place. Let's dive into everything that happened in Foundation Season 3 Episode 3, and break down what it all means for the future of the galaxy. Spoilers ahead, so brace yourself.
We're about what's best for the genetic dynasty, not the rest of
humanity.
The secret meeting between Gaal and Dawn. Let's rewind the clock a little. 3 years ago, Dawn, yep, that Dawn, snuck into the library on Tranta. His mission? To take a look at Colley's 9th proof of folding, a document banned by the Empire because it contains Harry Seldon's dangerous ideas. But instead of just reading some old forbidden manuscript, he ends up triggering a secret message. The librarian pulls out the book, and suddenly Dawn is sitting across from none other than Gaal Dornick. Well, a holographic version of her. Now, let's pause right there. Dawn isn't just a curious student of psychohistory. Like many of the Cleon clones before him, he dreams of escaping the suffocating expectations of the Empire. And Gaal? She knows exactly how to use that. She tells him she can offer him what no one else can, an escape hatch. In return, Gaal asks for something, cooperation. When the time comes and the Mule rises, she wants Dawn to be on her side. It's clear she knows the clock is ticking, and the Mule is inching closer to power. The fact that Gaal is even reaching out to a Cleon shows just how desperate the situation is getting.
Has he made any demands?
Not yet.
Fast forward to present day, Gaal's warning. Back in the present timeline, we get the continuation of that same conversation. Gaal doesn't mince words. She tells Dawn to declare an enclosure on Calgon, basically a fancy term for sending in the fleet to shut down the Mule before he can expand. But Dawn isn't convinced. He warns her that such a move would be seen as an act of war, and the Council won't back it. You can tell Dawn's torn. He wants to believe Gaal, but taking preemptive action like this could destabilize everything. And then there's the real kicker. Gaal warns him not to meet the Mule in person. The guy can manipulate minds within 100 meters. It sounds outrageous, but we already know she's right. Dawn still seems skeptical, but we can see the fear starting to form behind his eyes. The Mule's party on Calgon, Mentalic Chaos. Meanwhile, over on Calgon, the Mule throws what can only be described as the most dangerous party in the galaxy. Pritchard, Toran, and Bayta attend the event, hoping to get a closer look at what the Mule is really about. Now here's where things get wild. The Mule immediately targets Pritchard, who, we find out, is a Mentalic himself, one of those trained on Ignis by Gaal and Harry. The Mule tries to dig into Pritchard's mind for info about Gaal's location, and Pritchard barely resists. It's not a victory. It's panic. He literally jumps into his ship and flees the planet. So much for playing it cool. This moment drives home just how terrifying the Mule's abilities are. He doesn't need armies or weapons. He can get into your head and pull out whatever he wants. And the fact that Pritchard's necklace matches Gaal's confirms that he's a spy from Ignis, meaning the Mule now has a lead on where Gaal is.
Go! Jump! Jumping.
Bayta and Toran make a move. With Pritchard gone, Bayta and Toran are left scrambling. But they come up with a clever plan. Gain the trust of the Mule's insulted underling, Magnifico Giganticus. Yes, that's his actual name, not just some sarcastic title. After being humiliated by the Mule, Magnifico is the perfect target for manipulation. While Toran distracts the Mule, getting brutally injured in the process, Bayta connects with Magnifico and convinces him to help them escape. And it works. They manage to flee Calgon, gaining valuable intel in the process. Oh, and here's an odd reveal. Apparently the Mule is sterile. We don't know what that means for his long-term goals yet, but it adds another layer to his desire for control. Maybe he sees empire building as a twisted form of legacy, since he can't have one naturally.
I'm here to discuss the terms of vassalship over Calgon.
Dawn tries diplomacy with the Mule. So, what does Dawn do after Gaal's warning? He calls the Mule. Yeah, he FaceTimes the most dangerous man in the galaxy. It's a tense conversation. Dawn offers Calgon's suzerain status under the Empire, essentially saying, "We'll let you run Calgon, as long as you work under us and follow our rules." But the Mule is not interested in playing ball. He doesn't want peace, he wants domination. The Mule's confidence is unnerving. He talks like he knows the Empire can't stop him. And honestly, he might be right. He's already taken Calgon. Now, he's secretly securing the jump gates and disabling alarms. He's turning Calgon into a fortress, and no one on the outside knows what he's planning. To cap things off, he murders someone mid-call just to make a point. The guy's a monster, and the Empire is not ready for him.
I need your help, Commander. What is your current appetite for risk?
Well, I'm your
Meanwhile, on Tranta, Day makes a move. Back on Tranta, Day approaches Commander Maven with a secret plan. He wants to escape the palace with Song, his lover, without alerting Dusk, Dawn, or Demerzel. Day offers Maven a deal too good to refuse: money, freedom, even access to his Imperial nanites to save Maven's dying daughter. Maven isn't sure if any of it's real, but he's desperate, so he says he'll think about it. And that's all Day needs, for now. As they walk back to their villa, Song finally confronts Day about why he's so terrified of Demerzel. And then Day drops the bomb. Demerzel is a robot. Song is stunned. At first, she doesn't believe it, but the more Day explains, the more it makes sense. Still, her reaction sets off a dangerous chain of events.
You seem surprised. Did she not tell you?
Demerzel strikes back. Later, Day is summoned to a palace meeting. When he returns to his villa afterward, Demerzel is waiting for him. She sent Song back to the Mykogan district and erased all of her memories. Why? Because Song belongs to a banned religious sect called the Inheritance, followers who worship artificial beings like Demerzel. They believe robots will one day return to power and fix the broken galaxy. When Song found out the truth about Demerzel, she thought she'd found her messiah. She even flashed the sect's sacred sign. Yes, that ice in my veins meme-style pose, hoping Demerzel would join her and abandon the Empire. But Demerzel doesn't see herself as a goddess. She's loyal to the Cleons. She was built that way. She can't break free from her programming, or can she? Here's where things get murky. Demerzel says she erased Song's memories. But can we believe her? Honestly, probably not. There's a growing sense that Demerzel is lying. She's loyal, yes, but she's also trapped. And now she knows there's an entire underground movement that would worship her. That's power. That's influence. That's freedom. And for the first time in her life, Demerzel might be tempted. My guess? Song's memories are intact. Demerzel sent her away to protect her, for now. But when the dynasty falls, and it will fall, Song and Demerzel might reunite. And when they do, we might see the rise of something far more terrifying than the Mule.
Out!
Our nerdy thoughts. So where does all this leave us? The Mule is expanding his grip on Calgon, and likely setting traps for the Empire. Adorn is playing both sides, trying to keep the peace while secretly working with Gaal. Day is losing control of the people closest to him. And Demerzel might be starting to dream of something bigger than servitude. This episode wasn't just about action, it was about power, fear, and control. And if these characters think they can keep the Mule or Demerzel in check, they're in for a rude awakening. What did you think about this episode? Is the Empire collapsing from within? Is Demerzel about to flip the switch? And can anyone truly stop the Mule? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into Foundation Season 3. Until next time.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.